Burn, stupid shorters, burn! We of course are talking about the epic short squeeze of the Tesla stock that is just going through the roof right now, as we, by the way, predicted perfectly almost half a year ago. And all those shorters who were buying into the FUD narrative that Tesla will soon be bankrupt are getting brutally destroyed now, and I have no pity for them, sorry. But why now are we seeing Tesla making such a strong recovery? What are the reasons for this epic rally?
Then we have the first Chinese-built Model 3s coming fresh out of the Gigafactory 3. Soon, Gigafactory 3 will pump out 3,000 Model 3s per week. Oh, and there is also an interesting update on the Walmart Tesla solar roof fire lawsuit. Then we of course have to talk about the unveil of the Blade Runner Cyberpunk pickup truck later this month. So much cool stuff is happening, so stay tuned! A lot of stuff is happening in the world of electric cars. There are just far too many developments to cover in one video, especially after a long pause of 5 weeks. But we will try our best to cover the most important things. So first of all, we are very pleased to see all the shorters suffering brutal losses, who were stupid enough to short the Tesla stock at the lows of around 180 US dollars back then in late May. We honestly have to say that we don't feel sorry for them, because they totally bought into the FUD narrative spread by idiots like Morgan Stanley and CNBC, who in turn are proudly sponsored by Big Oil, with the goal of suppressing the Tesla stock price as much as possible, as we explained in this video here. And of course, greedy people like Jim Chanos used all the tricks from the stock manipulation playbook in order to make insane gains. His hedge fund certainly made a lot of money on the fall and the subsequent rise of the Tesla stock back then. But who has lost, of course? The average Joe who was naive enough to believe all these made-up FUD stories, whose single purpose were to drive down the stock price. But the shorts were just getting too high, and now we could witness a phenomenon called a short squeeze.
Now, when the short positions in a stock get too absurdly high, and in the case of Tesla they were quite high, one might say, then a phenomenon can occur which is called a short squeeze. Now, a short squeeze is basically a cascade of triggered shorts which have to close their short positions and have to rebuy the stock, therefore driving up the stock price even more and triggering even more short positions, which also then have to close their shorts, and this leads to this cascade, which then drives up the price of the stock in a quick spike. And since the Tesla stock was so excessively shorted, the probability for such a short squeeze was actually very, very high. And we even predicted it back in May and even gave a target for this short squeeze, which actually it's following right now pretty precisely, of over 300 US dollars. Now, of course, we don't want to brag or anything, because I mean, it would be so childish to just constantly repeat how awesome and super nice our prediction from back in May was, and how Tesla stock is actually perfectly following our prediction. That would be so childish to just repeat this over and over again, how super awesome we are, and like what a stroke of genius it was to perfectly foresee this perfectly. But now, on a serious note, like, how did we know? How did we do this? How was it so obvious for us that this was stock manipulation at the finest? And at $180, we knew that it would go up very soon and very violently. How did we do that? Are we maybe time travelers from the future? Well, okay, yes, we are, but that is a different story now. No, we knew what would happen because we've seen this type of market manipulation and market behavior plenty of times in the Bitcoin market. That's exactly how market manipulation works. The market makers know exactly when to spread FUD stories, when the stock price will go down, and when they go long again, they switch back to a positive narrative and drive up the stock price again. And they will win, and who loses, of course? The average Joe. And it's really bizarre that the SEC is quiet in all this. The SEC should certainly do something about this. This is absolutely crazy, this amount of market manipulation. And honestly, I suspect, and this is okay, take it with a grain of salt because this is just my personal theory, but I suspect that some people of the SEC are involved in that plot somehow. It is quite a scandal, but now the shorters, the hedge funds, and especially big oil are getting wrecked, and they will get what they deserve. Because now the Tesla stock will get even stronger, going to even higher prices, and mark our words, it will not be long until the Tesla stock will make new all-time highs and go over $400 US. And actually long term, by the way, we see the Tesla stock trading at over $1,000. That's right, over 1,000. And I'm pretty convinced that by the year 2030, Tesla will be so insanely huge that the Tesla stock could actually trade over 9,000. This is not financial advice, by the way, this is just our opinion, so please don't sell everything you have and take a huge loan and go all in Tesla stock now. Do your own research and do your own trading decisions. We do ours, we're just saying our opinion, okay?
And why are we so optimistic for Tesla? Well, robotaxis in late 2020, Gigafactory 4 planned for Europe in 2021, Tesla solar roof ready and production ramp-up of solar tiles at Giga 2 with 1,000 units per week soon. And of course at last, our good old Giga 3 in China. This will be a big one. The first all-in-China built Model 3s were just reviewed not long ago, and in a factory that by the way didn't exist at the beginning of this year. And now we can already see the first trial units coming out. Full production will start by the end of this month, and will soon be ramped up to 3,000 Model 3s per week at some point in 2020. And this is huge, because the Model 3 will become a big success in China, and Tesla will soon earn a lot of money with these Chinese-built Model 3s, because Tesla can produce their cars at far lower costs there, and can also sell them cheaper because there won't be any tariffs imposed on the Chinese-built Model 3s, as we've already known. This will be a true cash cow and will play a pivotal role in Tesla's future growth. This will allow Tesla to ramp up the Model 3 production even more in the future. So everything is looking perfect for Tesla, which makes us uber bullish, or uber bullish to be precise.
In other news, remember those Walmart Tesla solar roof fires we were talking about in this video here? Where Walmart was so upset that so many of Tesla's solar roof installations went up in flames and that Tesla was negligent and that it was all Tesla's fault, and when they then filed a lawsuit against Tesla, remember that? Well, it seems that on November 4th, Walmart requested a discontinuance in the case, voluntarily ending the lawsuit with Tesla. Interesting, If the fires were 100% Tesla's fault, then why discontinue the lawsuit voluntarily? Well, it seems that those allegations were not standing on a solid footing after all. But of course it made for some good FOD anti-Tesla headlines. And now finally to the important stuff, because after all, it's November 2019.
We can't wait to see it. At least one prediction then that came true from Blade Runner, because we've been to Los Angeles a few weeks ago, and let us tell you, it doesn't look anything like Blade Runner has promised us it would look in 2019. No giant mega structures, no flying cars, no genetically engineered humans, only a lot of homeless people. Well, that's actually a prediction from Blade Runner that came true. Okay, we also saw a few huge advertisement screens. So let's say that a few predictions actually came true. But technology-wise, we are lagging far behind sci-fi. Hopefully the Tesla Cyberpunk pickup truck will set the record straight a bit more. We at least are super hyped for the unveil on the 21st.
Now, from what we know as of today, the truck will start at around $50,000 US, have a pretty fast acceleration, probably in the range of maybe below 5 seconds to 60 mph in the base version, and probably even less in the performance version, and will be quite large and capable of handling difficult off-road terrain. We all know this sketch here where we see the pickup truck having a full real pickup truck on the loading area, which is absolutely insane. This would make this thing quite huge. Or maybe it will actually come in different sizes, which is also a possibility we should really consider. In any case, it will totally disrupt, in our opinion, the pickup market. And this is a huge segment in America especially. We've seen pickup trucks driving all over the place, everywhere, like maniacs, by the way. So we are really glad to see this huge market being tapped by Tesla, and this will be a gigantic growth opportunity for Tesla. We're really looking forward to it. So what do you think? Are we maybe too optimistic on the Tesla stock price prediction for the future, saying that Tesla stock will one day be worth thousands of dollars?
And I'm also so excited about the unveiling of the Cyberpunk pickup truck. We have been waiting for so long and it's finally time.
I hope it looks like the Spinner or Deckard's police car. If it's from Blade Runner, it should look like something from Blade Runner.
Or even better.
Let's see.
So be sure to tell us your opinion in the comment section.
And be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell also. And then see you in the next video, I would say.
See you!